There's only one sacrifice, and that's the sacrifice of Jesus Christ. But that one sacrifice of Christ on Calvary is made present in a different mode in the unbloody sacrifice of the Mass, right? So Calvary is a bloody sacrifice, and the Mass is an unbloody sacrifice. But the sacrifice of the Eucharist and the sacrifice of the cross are one single sacrifice. Now you might think, maybe you're thinking, well, okay, that sounds good, but why? Why are they one single sacrifice? How can you know? By reading Hebrews 9 in context. Because the context of Hebrews 9:26, that Jesus appeared once and for all at the end of the age to put away sin by the sacrifice of himself, and the context of Hebrews chapter 7, where it says that he offers himself once and for all in Hebrews 7:27, the context is his identity as a Melchizedekian high priest who goes into the heavenly sanctuary to offer himself in the temple not made with hands, in eternity, once and for all time. In other words, the reason Luther couldn't see how the Mass could be a sacrifice is because he focused on Calvary and forgot about the Ascension. This is so important. If you try to understand the Paschal mystery, right, and you think it just has to deal with Jesus' death and you forget about his resurrection and ascension, you're going to miss the boat. Because what the ascension does, the mystery of the ascension does, is it reveals how Jesus takes the earthly sacrifice of Calvary into eternity. And once you understand that he takes that earthly sacrifice into eternity, you can understand how now from heaven he can be made present, his body, blood, his soul, and his divinity, on every altar throughout the world, every day, until the end of the ages, until the end of time. And unfortunately, to this day, people forget about the Ascension. You know, we focus a lot on the death of Good Friday. We focus a lot on, even on the resurrection on Easter Sunday. But we can forget that one of the central mysteries of the Christian faith is the mystery of the Ascension. Because as Hebrews 9 reveals to us, in that mystery of the Ascension, Jesus fulfills the Jewish feast of Yom Kippur. And Jesus inaugurates the new Day of Atonement that takes place not in time, but in eternity, by offering himself to the Father on behalf of humanity once and for all time. And it's that heavenly, eternal self-offering that is going to be made present every time the sacrifice of the Mass is offered on every altar throughout the world until the end of the ages.